Getting out on the road here, we're going to talk about holiday driving, anxiety, road rage, and then getting a car. It's very cold right now. And if I had a really bad hoopty or older car, it probably wouldn't start. It is seriously cold. I just walked from the office out to the car less than 100 yards and I'm freezing. So this car's been sitting all day. So I'm going to go ahead and lock my door, put on my seatbelt. We always want to do order of operations. We always want to get going. Hey, E, how are you doing? And it's very cold. So we want to lock in and get going. And I want to frame my rear window in the mirror. Get my mirrors adjusted properly. And thank you so much. And then I'm going to put my foot on the brake. This is a push to start. Yeah, it's been really cold here. It is 28 degrees before the wind chilled. So we're going to talk about holiday driving. Holiday driving can be really stressful. Family members, people. What's up? What's up, girls? What's up? How you doing? Thank you for being here. How was your day? Right? We're here. We're family. Let's talk. We had a pretty chill day. I'm going to let this car warm up a minute. It's definitely cold. Crazy. It's that time of day. Yes, it can be very crazy. So I'm going to back up. I'm going to look over my shoulder left and right. I don't want to run anyone over, and parking lots are very dangerous, right? And particularly on the holidays. I have a video. I'm going to try to find it. A lady almost ran me over. I was coming out from Walmart, not playing. I was looking left and right. She almost ran me over. She pulled out right in front of me. If I didn't stop, I would have been dead. No cap. She would have ran me over. So I'm like, oh my God. She almost ran me over. I said that to myself because it happened. Keyword Walmart. Hashtag Walmart. Okay. This is why I don't like going to the shopping malls. Not because I'm not holiday person, but they will run you over to get to some parking spots. I used to bring a lot of teens and adults there. I don't anymore because it's just so toxic. It's really a toxic environment. And when you're trying to get out, you want to get in, get a gift for your mom or dad, and be gone. Right? The superstores, it's on next level because they run no sales between now and New Year's. Everyone wants a big screen TV gaming system. You're going to see videos posted, fights, people ran over. It's not worth it, man. Okay? I'm a person to avoid conflict, only if I have to, right? So look, this intersection, this is a really tight little intersection. This is a partially controlled intersection. So I'm going to come up and stop. STOP. And I'm going to pause. Like, I'm going to look left. I'm going to look left. I'm going to look right. And then I'm going to make this right turn. Now, here's what's funny. These intersections are really kind of tight. And I've had some adult drivers to hit the gas so hard, literally, we'll jump the curb. So I had to kind of cover the brake. I'm going to yield a little bit. I'm already here. I'm going to make my left turn. Okay? And, we're in the city. You can see these small streets. You got these nice little bungalow houses, right? And then it's kind of dark and gray today. Sorry about that. My window's still cold here. Car's still cold. It takes a few minutes to let the car. I'm going to go really slow over this speed bump. Now, this is something recent. They put these speed bumps down in the city because kids and young adults are drag racing their Hellcats and Trackhawks through here. And you can't just have a nice neighborhood, right? Now, let's see if someone's going to let me out. I'm going to stop. I'm going to be courteous. I'm going to pause, right? Let's go. Okay, they let me out. I'm always so friendly. I try to be friendly all the time. I'll help any of you guys. You know that. That's what I do. That's just who I am. That's my DNA. That's how my mom and dad taught me, my cousins, my grandmother, grandfather. You help people. If you have an opportunity to make a change in someone's life, you help people. Okay? I'm not talking about giving a handout, but I'm talking about helping them with a skill set, taking them somewhere, picking them up. The speed bumps are hilarious because you'll bump your head, right? And they're designed to slow you down. You will destroy your car. But a lot of young drivers have those Hellcats, Trackhawks, and Mustangs. They're just tearing up the neighborhood, driving old people crazy. And then a lot of young parents don't want to have their kids out. I'm in the hood right now, if you didn't notice, right? So hood of Detroit, hood of Chicago, hood of Houston, Texas. I've been through those areas. I'm from the hood. I live in the suburbs now. You never forget your surroundings. You work hard. You're gritty. We have grit. We work hard, right? And we're humble. I'm always appreciative. Jackson, I'm appreciative of you because you've been consistent, right? And then I owed it to you to get you involved. Now, we're going to go. They almost didn't go on the expressway. We're going to merge on the expressway. Here we go. And this is real rush hour. If this is what you come to see, this is what you're going to see. Rush hour. People cutting you off, tailgating you. I'm trying to come out easy behind this heating and cooling truck. Okay? Yeah, that middle lane. I'm going to get to that middle lane in a minute. But I'm trying to get out here right now and just trying to calm down. Right? It's very stressful. I want to show you how cold it is. I'm not lying. This is a water bottle. It's halfway frozen. You see how cold this is? There's ice in this water bottle. Ice. Half of this water is ice. I know you can see it. That's how cold it is. And if you have water in your windshield washer tank, you're going to crack it. You have water in your radiator, you're going to crack it. This is ice. Okay? I'm just showing you this. It's really cold, but it's ice. Okay? You know me, E. I'm going to have something to drink on the long way home, long way to the office. So we're going to take our time. Car's still cold, too. Yeah, I love cold water. You know, no doubt. No doubt. So I'm trying to... Now, I still drink water from the tap. Real talk. Are you guys drinking water from plastic bottles or water from the tap? Right? There's nothing wrong. That's how you know it's good. Cold. Right, right. Good speed control. Things are going pretty good. The driver's education class is going nice. I've got to schedule 15 adults for over December and Christmas. I do have some days to take off, but part of my job is scheduling. Hey, how are you doing? What's going on, D? Right, we're here in this traffic, man. You know, life of an instructor. You're always driving students. It never ends. This would be day 3. Things are going pretty good. Getting into the routine, getting into the grind. It's very cold out here. And we're just taking our time. It's like 20 miles an hour. The speed limit is 55. Something's going on up here. There's people on the bridge. Okay? Something going on. Free speech. Okay? Yeah, we love free speech. Okay? Free speech. I'm going to get over one lane to the left now. Try to get in that smooth middle lane. Now I'm good. Okay, so what am I doing? I'm scanning traffic. I'm trying to keep good speed and good space. And if you watched these videos before, hopefully you have, I'm not tailgating. Something must be going on, man. What is this person carrying a Canadian and American? Something's going on. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Some must be something going on. All right, I'm rolling along real nice. About 55 miles an hour. I'm not a really fast driver. I try to be smooth because I realize if you're going to be a crazy fast driver, you're going to cut off someone. You're going to hit a car. And this morning I was a little bit off. You know, you get tired. You know, before Christmas break, you know, you get up later and later and later. This is real. The struggle is real. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Okay? Yeah, sometimes I do lead foot, but most of the time, I try to be within that 70, 75 mile per hour range, right? I'm not a very aggressive driver, and if you look long enough, and E has, I try to stay in the middle most of the time. If I'm late, I push in the left lane. I'm not a tailgater, road rager. I try to control my own outcome. This means safe driving, taking your time, recognizing when you need to rest. And if I had to take those long trips, like I had to go to Chicago, and I left early in the morning, you got to take care of yourself. I think one day we were streaming, it was really a smooth, chill drive, like about 65. We had a nice little vibe going. I love drives like that. But they're not always like that. They're always very hectic when you live in a big metropolitan area, such as Detroit, Chicago, New York, Atlanta, Georgia, Los Angeles, California. I'm really scanning who's going fast, who's going slow. This is the magic middle lane. No one has time for road rage. A lot of people are very hostile, very hateful. I'm trying to stay chilled. And if you join this live, like, I'm usually very upbeat, very positive. And you need to be like, this is a beautiful little G-Wagon. I think that's a G-Wagon. I'm not a foreign guy. I'm just trying to stay smooth. By any means. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah. Because if you start speeding, you're going to get comfortable. To get comfortable, you're going to be going really fast. And then you're going to have an accident. Because I want to have a good driving record. And if I get a really bad speeding ticket, I won't be able to teach driver's education. Do you really think I'm going to risk that? No, I'm not. About 60 miles an hour in the 70. It's a lot of heavy traffic up here. You see cars slowing down, so I'm just squeezing my brake. Let's talk about cars. Facebook Marketplace is a pretty decent place. Your local church. There are a lot of great car dealerships around the metro area, Metro Detroit, Chicago, Buffalo, New York, Atlanta, Georgia. You know, a lot of these big metro areas, they have a bigger selection to choose from. Oh, no wonder it's so cold in here. I got the air conditioning on. I'm stupid. I mean, it was feeling like seriously cold. Like, why is it so cold in here? So I'm just trying to keep space. Because I know cars are going to merge over from the right, and they're just going to cut over. They don't care. And it's my job to educate you guys and show you real life. Cars will cut you off with the blinker. They'll just have one blinker on and come over. This is gridlock. Everyone's in a hurry, and then we're stopped. I had some people really don't care. But you have to have it within yourself to care. And I think that's really important. Because if not, everyone's going to be at each other's throats. Like this car, I'm going to let them come over, right? I'm just slowing, I'm letting them come over. I'll flash my lights. You mean flash my lights? I'll let them come over. Just to keep traffic moving. I don't have to be disrespectful. I didn't lose any time. Damn! You saw that? That's crazy. Wow! That's straight ghetto, man. That's how quickly it happens. But I'm not even going to react like that. That's crazy, bro. I want you to see that. That's real life, man. People don't care. So I'm going to keep it moving. I'm not even going to look at it. Okay? Live another day. Pick your battles. That's crazy. If I would have tapped the gas, it would have been a sideswipe. It's not even worth it. And that was a female. Females are very aggressive too. It's an aggressive world today. But if you're aggressive in the wrong way, you're going to have a short life. Okay? You have to be proactive. Just trying to gradually get through this. They about to lose their mind. We're at 60 miles an hour right now. Moving pretty good. About at 70. He said I have a lead foot. Sometime. 75 miles an hour. The car is getting a little bit warmer. Sometimes you got to make sure actually no blockage. You know, the radiator is covered. There are no leaves. You know, your cooling system is. This is in the wintertime. This is very stressful on a car. Looking for open spaces. I'm not the fastest car, but I'm not the slowest either. And if I was teaching you guys how to drive, we're going to be in the middle lane. We're going to lock in and go with the flow and not look down at the lines. A lot of times I bring drivers on this curve and then they lose control, literally. So we want to go into this curve really smooth and just take our time. And by it being cold, we want to make sure our tires have good traction, and we want to make sure that our cooling system is operational, our charging system is good, our belts and hoses. See, that truck broke down. And we've taken the 401 up to Buffalo, New York, and it's really cold. We're passing Toronto, and they have 6 lanes of traffic. But I strongly suggest you guys get an enhanced license too. You can travel through Canada, through Mexico. So get that enhanced license. And then I have the real ID. I had it before they required it. Because when you leave the U.S. border and go into Canada, yes, I've seen a truck hit the wall. Last winter, an F-150, the guy was going stupid fast, he hit the wall, totaled his brand new truck. I said to myself, wow, people are crazy, man. But the real ID is nice, and the enhanced license. But the U.S.-Canadian border, they will ask you where you're going, what is your intended. They have those standard questions. And if you answer one of them wrong, they go pull you in the back room. And then it's over. I'm about 70. Checking traffic. I see the Ford merging on. I'm looking for a blinker. Are they going to use one? No. Oh, they got one on. Yes. That's nice. Nice little merge out. I'm right in the flow. Things are moving. It's a lot of traffic behind me. I keep telling you guys I'm going to hook up the dash cam. They came over. So you can actually see how they're tailgating. And then they're going to pop that blinker on and zoom. Okay. I'm at about 75. If I go 80, I'll be on top of this blue Kia, and I don't need to do that. There's a car hauler hauling cars from the downtown metro area. I don't need to go 80. 70, 75, I'm solid. I'm not in a hurry. I'm not late to work. I'm not late home. So, and I'm trying to get good fuel economy because we put fuel in this vehicle 3 days ago, and I'm a little past half a tank. That's good fuel economy, considering about 60 miles a day, going between 68 and about 77 miles an hour. That's very good fuel economy. So you want a car that gets good fuel economy. And part of this stream's about cars. The Hondas are good. Equinoxes are nice. I'm not a minivan person, but if someone gave me one, I'd ride it. The Pacifica's real nice. They're kind of fast, leather interior, TVs in there. Get some tinted windows and rims, you big fan. Okay. Some of you like these big trucks over here, but they suck up gas. Yeah, I like the Honda Civics too. I actually worked for another driver's ed company, and we had a Honda Accord and a Honda Civic. Really nice vehicles. A little low to the ground, I'm tall, but the students love them. Okay, I've driven Toyota Camrys before. Very reliable. Okay. The Sinatras, the old school Ford, the Ford Tauruses to our left, they're really nice. If you can get one of those, 2,000 or 3,000 off of Facebook Marketplace, those are really good. They got a lot of those. I'm trying to slow down a little bit. I'm moving too fast. You have to shop for a budget. And if I was buying a car over, it'd probably be a good used car with a partial warranty. I know how to fix cars, but engines are, oh my God, they're going so slow now. Now I'm in trouble. We're at a slow 60. I'm scared now. So you see how easily that happens? It's that gray car that changed to the right lane. All of a sudden we were going from 70 to about 69, about 64. Okay. That's the Honda Sport Civic, real nice. The Kias are nice too, but they're very expensive. I still say Facebook Marketplace is a good place to look. What we need to do is do a live and talk about Facebook Marketplace and give you guys a yes or a no. I'm not really into the Mercedes and BMWs. I don't know enough about them. I just know the parts are very expensive and I don't feel comfortable working on them. Not saying that I wouldn't get one if someone gave it to me, but I just don't know enough about them in routine maintenance. I know they're very expensive to work on. I do like the Audis. Because I'm a bigger guy, I can't fit in a lot of those smaller cars. So I don't want to be a big guy in a small car laughing at me like a clown car, some big tall guy in a little clown car. Because if you have an accident, you're going to be crushed. So I've talked to my insurance agent, State Farm. We all know Jake from State Farm. You want to have a larger vehicle around you to protect you. There are a lot more semi-truck drivers today too. A lot more semi-truck accidents too. People losing control, not paying attention, falling asleep. We saw a young lady fall asleep in her Jeep, and then she went up on the abatement and flipped her Jeep 4 times. She survived. She had a concussion and hurt her neck. But if you're tired, you shouldn't be driving. There are a lot more subcompact cars today too. So you really have to find a car that's affordable, get a warranty if it's possible and makes sense. And this curve, this is a cloverleaf, so we want to go in slow. Right? Take your time. That's a Envoy GMC. Those are pretty nice. Those are really older SUVs. They're pretty good. You know, don't have major problems. That truck has a new muffler. You can see it. It's all shiny. But I would definitely say go to your community college, take an automotive shop class, learn. And that's my second passion, working on cars and trucks. Okay, I'm just taking my time. Even though this light's green, it's a huge backup in traffic. Oh, there's an ambulance. I'm more in tune because by me teaching adults and teens, I really try to, I can't watch what you're doing. You want me to tell you what your instructor does? They don't watch you. They watch what the car's doing. I remember a comment This guy's just reading from his script. He's not going to be ready to grab the wheel. Well, I don't grab the wheel. I turn the wheel. Because if I grab the wheel, we're going to lose control. If I grab the wheel, you're going to lose self-confidence. Every instructor is different. I can speak for myself and my years of experience, and I'm always trying to get better. Okay? There's always new things to learn. One person left a great comment. There's always new knowledge. I learn from you guys, where you're from, what you're doing. Like this car hauler. Let's look at these cars going by. Okay? They're mainly like Chevys. Okay? The smaller sub SUVs. They're pretty affordable. If you have good credit, you can get a lease. You put down $1,000 or $1,500, but if you drive a lot of miles, it's not really good for you. Okay? Trucks are nice, but it costs a lot more. I had an SS Trailblazer, but they stole it. One of my first videos. Brand new cars are good, but remember, as soon as you drive it off of the lot, you're going to lose $2,000 or $3,000. Okay? You're going to lose $2,000 or $3,000. If you can buy a good used one, 10,000 or 12,000, 18,000 miles, get that boy. Okay? But like I said, a lot of you don't like working on cars and don't have a place, don't have tools. I have your basic tools. I got some floor jacks, jack stands, impact guns. I got enough to pull. I got a engine jack, engine hoist. I got all those things. So let's look at some of these cars here. Okay. My daughter has the Jeep Limited. That's really nice. I made some content in that, right? I like working on cars at home. I have a race car, 68 Camaro, 3 or 4 different transmissions, carburetors, extra parts. I have 4 jack stands, a floor jack, basic hand tools, impact guns, engine hoists, because I got to be able to pull the motor out. If I damage it, I got to be able to take it out, get down to Indiana to my engine builder. They'll freshen it up. But right now the car's been sitting because we don't have the money right now. And it's just sitting there and I'm crying and upset, but there's nothing I really can do. This Jeep Limited is really nice. They don't make those anymore. They make some of the larger ones. The Ford F-150, the black one to the right over here, is good. But they're very expensive, man. You got to have like a B+ credit rating, 690 to like 720. They want you to put down a couple $1,000. No one's doing that. The used car market is definitely good. If you can have someone co-sign to help. But if you're disrespectful to your family members, they're not going to co-sign for you. Why would I co-sign for you and you don't even work? Why would I co-sign for you when you work 1 or 2 days? Why would I co-sign for you when I ask you to do something for me, you always give me a problem? I'm not going to do that. Okay? So you got to find that good used car, that good grandma car, grandpa car, change the battery, vacuum it out, clean it up, get some fresh tires. You roll it. There's some good $3,000, $2,000, $4,000, $5,000 cars if you know what you're looking for. If you don't know what you're looking for, you're going to buy someone's headache. That's why you got to do your research and Google, safety recalls, vehicle recalls, because these people are putting these cars together in assembly lines. There could be a product defect, and the automotive manufacturers don't want to be sued. So what they do, they issue a recall. Okay? So I got a text from one of my dog drivers. I can't schedule people on Friday because I have some other commitments. The one thing I want you to understand, me as an instructor, I drive over 1,000 people a year, over 1,000 teens and adults. And my time is committed, right? My time is committed. And I have a life too, right? I went to Texas, learned a lot about content creation. I'm going to Vegas in April. Excited for that. So I got to balance. I love working. I love making money, but also I'm trying to balance my mental health. Okay? Because it's really easy to think about making a lot of money and it's time. The next thing you know, you're sick. and then bad things can happen. So I learned to balance my time out. I love working. If I want something, I'll stack money. I'll save it. Okay. If I want that 5080 video card, that 59, that's $3,000 or $4,000. If I need to freshen my motor, that's $7,000, $8,000. So you have to be forward thinking. I think a lot of people in general, a lot of young people, they don't want to work. Working at McDonald's and Wendy's, that's fine, but that's not a stepping stone. You got to go to school, start a skilled trade. My dad was an electrician. He worked hard. He worked for Chrysler. Okay. He was a self-made man. And then that influenced me. And hopefully I'm influencing you. We're just sitting here right now. But the automotive manufacturers, I'm not saying the quality's there, but you got to shop around for which. I have some good videos of us looking at used cars. And we looked at the prices. I need to find those, change the titles, and let you guys look at those, because the YouTube algorithm, if you dig deep enough, you're going to see my used car videos, right? Because a lot of people want to be educated. No one pulled me aside. I found an old Malibu, paid $500 for it. It needed a battery, tires. I got those things as I get paid. I worked at the YMCA. Okay, no one was going to give me money. My dad wasn't going to give me money. My mom wasn't going to give me money. We're just standing here. What is going on? Right? So we all have things we have to do. We all have a responsibility to ourselves. And you buy what you can, and you find a car or truck that fits your lifestyle. And on top of this, insurance. If you live in a huge metro area, large crime, you have a vehicle that's stolen quite a bit, you're going to pay more for the insurance than the car. But you have to have insurance, because if you hit someone or get hit, they're going to sue you. So we have to have insurance. Every state is different. Insurance lets people know that you have a financial responsibility. Okay. And that financial responsibility is important. Okay. Also, you got to remember, you got to put gas in your car. But if you have electric, you're going to have. I have one student. He's got a Tesla. He works at Chick-fil-A. He's under 21. He bought it. He saved his money. He charges it up at home through the plug, right? Not the level 2 charger, but the regular plug.
Welcome back. Will you be using the mobile app today?
It's taking my time. It's really cold. And then you're going to get hungry. You got to eat. Okay? And once you start driving, getting your car, insurance, and gas, your friends are going to want you to take them everywhere. You can't take everyone everywhere. Okay? You're not being selfish, but they're going to give you $10, but that's... Hi, I would like a medium Diet Coke and a large Sprite, no ice.
Anything else?
That's it.
You can pull for it.
Thank you. Got to get that Sprite. Okay. So, and then you're going to run errands for your parents. Okay. We're going to say, Mom and Dad, I don't have money. I know your gas is low. I'm going to give you some money. Right. But then your parents are going to say, we can't keep helping you. And then you're like, you got to start working. Okay. You better start looking. So if you're that 17 to 25, you're probably working in fast food. You're probably working at maybe a assembly line job, right? Starting off $10.50, $11.50 an hour, maybe working for the automotive supplier, right? You're going to be doing that. If you don't like that type of job, then you're going to have to find something that interests you, right? If you go to college, that's 4 years, but you're going to be in a lot of debt. Okay. And typically $15,000 to $20,000 in debt. The skilled trades are hot. My dad was an electrician, electricians, the apprentice program, carpenters. The educational field is good too. Becoming an educator, there's a teacher shortage. Anywhere from $75 a day up to $225 a day, right? If you have a certain number of hours, you can start subbing. You can work the days you want to work. They have lesson plans there for you, but you're going to have to go through a criminal background check. And if you have any type of inappropriate charges, you can't be a teacher, right? And there's a shortage of teachers around the United States. Some states pay very little. Some states pay very good. There's a shortage of teachers. Maybe if you have a friend, college is not for everyone. Yes, this is true. My dad went to college. He went to Alabama A&M. He made the decision with the Great Migration to come up to Ohio. He was an electrician, and he worked for Chrysler. Okay, so I definitely understand college is not for everyone, and you're going to have a lot of debt that you're going to incur. So I definitely agree with that. But then you have to decide, how are you going to make money? You can't just stay at your parents forever. Around 19 or 20, 18, your parents could be like, are you going to school? Are you going to work? You know, do you have your license? No, I don't have my license. No, I don't. I'm not getting a job yet. Every year you need to get new tags for your car. That's the way of the state government's getting in your pocket. On your birthday, your tags on your car will expire. So you have to get new tags. For instance, this car ahead of me is it is June 2026. They already have new tags. So their birthday is June 26th. After that date, your tag will expire and you need to get a new tag. Okay? My biggest struggles early on, getting a car, keeping my car going, gas, insurance, and driving back and forth to college. You're going to have those struggles. There's no blueprint for that. I'm here to tell you. There's no blueprint. I had pretty good high school teachers. My parents were telling me, also the medical field. There's a shortage of x-ray technicians. A lot of these colleges, 2-year program, you're making $15.50 to $18.50 an hour. X-ray technicians. My mother was thinking about, you need to go. I don't want to do that. Luckily, I had a scholarship. I had 3 offers. Okay, so I went to Kansas. Played there. Okay, and everyone's not going to get to the NFL. Everyone is not going to be a pro, right? And then the probation field is good too. There's not a dull day. Every day changes. So you got to be ready for that. And then what you're going to be doing, you're going to be running these small errands. So look, here's what's going to happen. Let's pretend you're in mom and dad's car right now. They say, okay, you got to run through McDonald's. You got to go pick up food. And if you say no, we let you use our car and you're very disrespectful to us. Whoa, mom and dad, I'm going to get my own. But you don't have a job. So you can't always have your hand out for mom and dad. Can you help me? Your parents are like, well, we'll help you, but you're very disrespectful in the home. Or we'll help you because you've worked hard. Okay? You can have our old car. You just pay for the insurance. You're like, bet. Right? And this is how the reality is early on in life. Either your parents are going to support you or they're not. Nothing is free. This food's not free. Gas is not free. Hi. Yep. Thank you. And I appreciate it's hard working fast food. People are disrespectful to you. But I know some of my students who are managers who've been working there 2-3 years. They stacked away like $8,000. Thank you. So you see these hard working lessons all the time. I think around 19, 20, you kind of figure it out, right? I think high schools need to do a better job of preparing you. like you said, all people are not going to go to college. All people are not going to go to trade school. If you have really good grades and you know you want to be something, you'll lock in. Hey, how you doing? Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Good day.
See, they got my order wrong. I said no ice in my Sprite, but that's okay. I'm not going to argue. Now, let's talk about this. You're coming up from a fast food driveway. I'm cracking a joke. You're sticking French fries in your nose. Cars are coming left and right. I'm looking to the left. Cars are doing 50 miles an hour. If I pull out, I'm going to get hit. So I got to pause. I got to relax, be focused. Then your parents are going to say, hey, can you pick up your brother? Can you pick up your sister? Oh, by the way, can you go across town and pick up your grandmother? She needs you. And you're like, oh my God. Okay, but then you got to remember they're letting you use the car. And then you swallow, okay, no problem, Mom and Dad. We need to come back out of the house. We got to put gas in your tank, right? And then you're like, thank you, Mom and Dad. And then if you are doing what you need to do, your parents will help you, right? If you're not doing what you need to do, don't expect a handout. They're not going to give you anything. I'm just scanning the intersection here because it's very dangerous. I mean, what do you guys think? What do you think in the comments? Do you think your parents owe you something? They don't. They're keeping a roof over your head. I talk to parents all the time. And some young adults are very disrespectful. I had a parent call me one time, can you please help us? Our son doesn't listen. We had to call the police. I'm like, man, what do you want me to do? He really liked you. Can you talk to him? I tried to talk to him. He's like, I don't care. Okay? There's a lot of social, emotional things going on. Okay? I was on a Zoom call today, and there are a lot of areas that people are living below the poverty level, and driving is one of the last things. The biggest thing is food, shelter, and childcare. I'll say it again. The biggest thing is food, shelter, and childcare. Learning to drive is secondary. If you live in a poor household, you're 16, 18, 19, you're not going to have a license. You have to be patient and you really need to be aware. If you're not patient and aware, you're going to have accidents. And we're just taking you on a journey. Your journey may be different than mine. Maybe your parents are like, we got a car for you. We don't want you to have an old car and break down. This is the only car you're going to get. You have to get a job. We don't care where you work. Parents are different. Every parent is different. Okay, maybe you don't have mom and dad. Okay, well, you got to work. Okay, put in your work. And hopefully this all motivated you. I need you to give this a thumbs up. I need you to subscribe and we'll go live later. Bye.